I'm going to show you how to pattern match using the no pin method. First of all, we want to get our two fabrics next to each other and just double check that the pattern does line up. Then we want to fold one piece of fabric towards us and then fold over the edge, as you can see I'm doing here, just so that we can see about 1/2 centimetre to 1 centimetre of the pattern. Then taking a double-sided sticky tape and running it about 1 to 2 millimetres away from the edge of the fold line that we've just created all the way down. Now I do recommend using a nice thick double-sided sticky tape. I do recommend using the plastic type of double-sided sticky tape rather than using a paper one, because that is not as sticky and can rip a little bit. So what we then do is we take some of the backing off the double-sided sticky tape, and where we've scored the line, we then want to match up the pattern very carefully, and you can unstick it and stick it back down. Try not to do it too many times, but run it all the way along so that you then have the fabric stuck to the other piece of fabric. And as you go along, you want to just score it, maybe with your nail or something similar, but don't take an iron to it, because if you were to do that, you would melt the plastic double-sided sticky tape, and of course it has got glue on that as well, so you may find that the glue goes a bit funny if you take too much heat to it. This does work particularly well with cottons, but I have used it for embroideries as well. You just need to be a little bit more careful with matching up your pattern, but it does work really, really well. So just carefully moving it along and then just taking off the backing of the double-sided sticky tape as you move along so that the whole thing doesn't become stuck to itself. And then in a minute you'll see that where we've created that score line, that's the line that we then want to sew along when we get to the sewing machine. So the double-sided sticky tape will hold it in place for you so that you are able to do that, but you do need to move it quite carefully. Now I've join together 6-7 widths using this, so it is okay to do that. You just need to be mindful where the sticky tape is. So have a look here and you'll see that there's a score line that you can see. Now if you did want to put some pins in at this point, you can do, but I don't recommend that. So just take it over to the machine, follow that line, and then carefully open up the seam there, and you'll see that you've got a beautifully flat seam with no bulk there, and just take off the sticky tape. So that's that done with the tape. You can throw that away, and that doesn't become part of the curtain, as I know some people have been worried about this particular method. And you'll see that you've got a beautifully flat open seam. So at this point you can now iron it, press it open, and there you'll see an absolutely perfect pattern match done very quickly without using any pins at all.